My father left his tools to my brother and his debts to me. He wrote it that way on purpose. The lawyer read the will twice because Daniel made him. He wanted to hear it again, the part where he got everything. To my son Daniel, the entirety of my workshop, tools, and machinery, Mr. Okafor read. To my son Reuben, the entirety of my outstanding debts and obligations. Daniel laughed. Actually laughed at the funeral home table. 2 days after we buried him. He knew, Daniel said. He knew which one of us was worth something. Daniel. No, Reuben, it's fair. You borrowed off him your whole life. Now you pay it back. He leaned across the table. How much does he owe Mr. Okafor? Ballpark. So my brother knows what he's carrying. Mr. Okafor set the paper down. I'd advise both of you to schedule proper appointments. How much? Daniel said. Approximately $410,000. The room went quiet. I felt my stomach drop through the floor. Daniel put a hand over his mouth to hide the grin. 400 grand. Jesus. Dad really hated you. I couldn't speak. 400,000. I didn't have 4,000. I thought about my daughter's tuition, my mortgage, the way my father had gripped my hand in the hospital and said, trust me, it's handled. I thought he meant heaven. I'll take the truck too, Daniel was telling the lawyer. The tools are mine, the truck hauls the tools. So, the truck is listed under assets. Mr. Okafor said carefully. Assets are not part of this will. What? Your father moved all liquid assets and receivables into a separate instrument last year. He slid a second folder toward me, not Daniel. Reuben, this is yours to administer. The debts and everything attached to them. Attached to them, I repeated. Open it. I opened it. It was a ledger. Names down the left side, numbers down the right. Money my father had lent out over 30 years. The church roof, his foreman's surgery, a cousin's food truck. Every loan dated and signed. And at the bottom, one line larger than the rest. Daniel Ayemi. I read out loud. $190,000. Daniel stopped moving. That's a mistake, he said. It's notarized. Mr. Okafor said. For what? I looked at my brother. What did you borrow $190,000 for? It's not. Daniel's face had gone gray. That was between me and Dad. That was a private thing. The gambling. Mr. Okafor said gently, like he was sorry. He covered it in 2022 so the men your brother owed would leave your family alone. He asked me to keep it quiet. He didn't want your mother to know before she passed. I stared at the number. Then at Daniel, who 3 minutes ago had been laughing. So let me understand this, I said slowly. I inherited the debts, and I'm the biggest debt in this book. You inherited the right to collect them, Mr. Okafor said. The receivables are yours. Your father secured Daniel's against the only collateral Daniel had, which is what? Mr. Okafor looked at my brother. The workshop, the tools, all of it. Your father lent Daniel the money against the inheritance he knew Daniel would demand. If the debt isn't paid, the collateral transfers to the note holder. He nodded at me. You're the note holder, Reuben. Daniel shot up out of his chair. You can't do that. Those are mine. He left them to me. It's in the will. He left you the tools, I said. He left me the paper that owns the tools. Reuben. His voice cracked. Reuben, come on. That's 190 grand. I don't have that. You know I don't have that. I know, I said, and I finally understood what my father had done. He hadn't punished me. He'd handed me a leash and put my brother on the other end of it because he knew Daniel would grab the shiny thing without reading a single line beneath it. The tools weren't a gift to Daniel. They were bait. You can keep the tools, I said, standing, tucking the ledger under my arm. You just can't sell them, can't pawn them, can't move them out of that workshop, and every month you're gonna write me a check until we're square. 4% interest. It's in the note. Daniel looked at the folder in my hands like it was a snake. He set me up. He whispered. No, I said. He read you. Same as always.